Hello everyone, I'm Cetonix brachioris, but you can call me Quokka. I'd like to tell you guys a little bit about my life and how I've adapted for it. I'm a type of wallaby in the macropod family, like our friends, kangaroos. I live in Rottnest Island, but some of my species live out of town in Bald Island. They say it's a lot safer out there. And only a couple of us live in the parklands around Perth. Sadly, our family has declined by at least 50% over recent decades. Thanks to environmental pressures like our homes being destroyed by urbanization and feral pigs, humans messing around, and bushfires caused by the recent changes in our climate. And no matter how friend-shaped they are, dingoes and foxes are definitely not your friend in the wild. Australia is a harsh place to live, especially with long periods of droughts and rains. What other adaptations do I have? Firstly, I'm a nocturnal creature, so I'm super active at night to avoid predators and any extreme weather that comes with daytime. And speaking of daytime, during the day I like to get comfy in my nest that I've made in a shallow hole in the vegetation. Even though I'm more of a night macropod, I'm not afraid of the sun. I can actually survive temperatures of up to 44 degrees Celsius, thanks to how I regulate my body temperature. I salivate heavily and lick my feet, legs, and tail, and sometimes my belly too, depending on the day, until it's sopping wet. This allows me to cool down so much through evaporative cooling. So I'm not afraid of the sun. It's just that nighttime's better. Also, that smile I'm sure you all know and love is actually so I can cool down by panting. So sun's out, smiles out. I like our place in the scrublands because it's got dense and low vegetation we can hide in, but my mum said she prefers being next to the swamps because she has easy access to fresh water. Each quokka to their own, I guess. My family makes these secret tunnels in the grass so we can escape quicker if predators come looking for trouble. Running away from predators can get a little dicey, so I've evolved some pretty powerful hind legs that I can use to hop some distances away. This takes less energy, and the energy I have left I can use for other things like eating. I'm a herbivore, so my favorite snacks are leaves, grass stems, and bark, but my personal favorite is cacti because I can also get water from it. I would compare it to when you humans eat watermelon in summer, because it's super refreshing. Another skill I have is that I drink salt water, and this might be TMI, but my pee is pretty concentrated, and I can reuse it so that I can preserve water. If there's no water around, this mechanic helps me last up to a month without drinking. Pretty amazing, I know. Times can get pretty hard around the summer when food and water's low, but I evolved yet another feature that stores fat in my tail that I can draw from in times of need. And unlike our long-distance friends kangaroos, I can climb trees to get some food as well. I'm not up there for very long though, cause I can only hold on for just a few minutes.
Now, it's not all fun and games in the wild. Despite all these great adaptations, sometimes we'll come toe-to-toe with a predator and they're just not enough to keep us safe. When that happens, well, a couple of years back, my mum told me the truth about what really happened to my cousin Joe when we were Joeys. Poor lad was sacrificed to a dingo by my auntie. She relaxed her pouch so that it was loose enough for him to fall out. As he fell, he made heaps of noise and flailed around, which got the dingo to focus all its attention on him instead of her. And she jetted. Can you believe that? The things we gotta do to live out here. May you rest in peace, Cousin Joe. Even though us quokkas are a social species, it's safe to say we don't keep in contact with that side of the family anymore. While we are talking about cousins though, my mum told me another story about a cousin of mine that was reabsorbed back into my auntie as an embryo. Apparently this is called embryonic diapause. She said that Joe, rest in peace, nearly had a little brother, but since Joe survived the first 5 months, my auntie just reabsorbed little bro's dormant embryo to save energy and resources. They're both gone now though, so my auntie going through it. We just hope she finds some better coping mechanisms. And on that note, there you have it, the short and fast about the adaptations us quokkas have developed to handle Australia and its crazy environment. Other than that, my life tends to be pretty peaceful. My mom has no intention of chucking me to the dogs, and reabsorption would be pretty difficult at my size at the moment. My family and I are pretty interesting, so make sure to like and follow. You can come find me at Rottnest Island. Otherwise, my next meet and greet might be in a zoo near you. If you're lucky, you can take a selfie with me. You can find my visiting hours and tour dates in the links down below.